Hey, what's up, guys? Natalie Newhart here. So, doing things a little different today. My boyfriend is back in town and he's got all the lights set up. So, going professional today with the video. So, all right, what I want to do is just review my week. I just completed week 5 of my prep for Junior Nationals, which will be my second show for physique bodybuilding, and hopefully if you guys don't know, my goal is to win that, get my pro card, and ideally get a invite, win my pro show and get an invite to the Olympia. So, pretty big goal. But as far as week 5 goes, I dropped my calories at the beginning of the week. I'm down to about 2,000 calories, which is pretty good. So it gives me a little bit of cushion as far as being able to, I still have a lot of calories to be able to take out so that, so I can lose weight. My metabolism is fairly adequate, in other words. However, the past 2 weeks, even despite the drop in calories and even, basically just the drop in calories, my weight has been pretty stagnant. And I was kind of at first I was frustrated, but, I've over the, past 6 months or so, I've really learned, that it can be for any reason. It's not like I'm doing everything that I need to do. My training's on point, my nutrition's on point, so it can be a number of things. And at first I thought, well, maybe I'm taking in too much sodium. It turned out not to be that. I thought, well, maybe I need to actually drink some more water, that I'm not getting enough water. And so my body's holding on to it. I increased my water intake, making sure that I'm getting at least a gallon minimum. Nothing changed after that. And so then I realized, I do get pretty stressed out during the middle of the week, and my training volume is pretty high. And I'm pretty sure that my stagnant weight is a result of that. Because this week I did try to be a little bit more mindful, a little bit more aware of my stress levels, and just I can easily get pretty overwhelmed with everything that I need to do as far as training goes, and coaching other people, and then trying to build my business and stuff. How it is. You just get overwhelmed, and I think I handle it not in the best manner, and it can kind of really stress me out. And I know that that has an effect as far as kind of how my body holds on to weight. So I feel like I've managed that better this week. And yesterday I did hit kind of a new all-time low as far as my weight goes. So I was really stoked to see that. And then I also had a refeed meal yesterday, and I hit an even lower body weight this morning. So that is awesome. Just knowing that my refeed meals, my body responds well to them, and I'm still trying to figure out what foods are going to be the best for me. Yesterday for my refeed, if you guys didn't watch the video, my boyfriend and I, we went to just a little pop-up shop kind of thing, food truck place, and we got the teriyaki chicken. It's just chicken, white rice, veggies, and teriyaki sauce. So pretty clean sources of carbs. And I was hungry immediately after. So I know that my body digests it well, and it seemed to respond pretty well, because this morning I woke up at a new all-time low. So that was awesome. So, past 2 weeks I was a little worried, but not super stressed out that things weren't really going the way they should be. But I just had faith that everything that I was doing was right on point, and what do you know, I'm kind of back on track as of today. So that's awesome. Also, this week was my first real week of training for the powerlifting meet that I'm going to be doing in a few weeks, the US Open. So that was cool. I had a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun with powerlifting training, just because the reps are really low. I'm doing sets of 1 or 2 reps, and I'll do 6 or 7 sets, something like that. So it's just nice to hit something heavy, but I'm only hitting it once or twice. so I can really dial in on like just like the setup, the proper setup for the bench, for the deadlift, and just real high intensity for those few reps that I do need to do. The downside of powerlifting is one, the amount of time it takes to actually get that stuff done. I mean, I think I had like 12 reps that I had to do on a squat, and I think it took me like an hour and a half or something ridiculous like that, because the squats take the longest because I have to get my knees wrapped. And first of all, like, if you guys have never done that, I feel like that is like the biggest thing with powerlifting, and is kind of, I feel like, is the limiting factor, is how much pain are you willing to take, can you take on your knees, because the tighter the wrap, the more bounce, the more spring you're going to have out of that squat. And so basically it's like, well, how much pain are you willing to take? And the more pain that you're willing to take, the more load that you're able to likely squat. So, anyways, that was very interesting doing that for my first time. I guess most people actually like get bruised legs right after it. My legs didn't bruise, but it did feel like I was like kind of cut up in there, because when I would like sweat, I felt it like sting. And the thing, like, what I could correlate it close to is when you're taking an ice bath, that original shock where your breath gets taken away and then you start breathing really shallow. Like, that's kind of the feeling of when your knees get wrapped. Like, it's so tight that you kind of get into like a panic. And then after a little while, that you kind of get used to the pain and it sort of settles down. But I mean, you got to get your knees wrapped every single set. So that was like 5 or 6 sets. And so you get your knees wrapped, you do the squat, I collapse, take the wraps off. I've got to rest 5 to 10 minutes, let my legs recover because they're so numb, because the wraps are so tight. And then you just do that over and over for as many sets that you need to hit. So powerlifting takes a ridiculous amount of time, just because of the loads that you're hitting and the amount of recovery that you need in between, and specifically squats. So that was interesting. Definitely something to get used to. I don't really enjoy that part of it like taking, 3-4 times longer than what my original workout would take. But that's just part of the game. And this first week actually went really well. I hit all my numbers. I think I exceeded my numbers. So the training for that went really well, and I'm feeling really confident in the numbers I have set for my goal, which is a 365 squat, 365 deadlift, and a 220 bench. So if I can hit those numbers, then I think I have a pretty good chance at podiuming, if that's a word, at the U.S. Open, which is like apparently the biggest powerlifting meet in the world. So that would be really cool. Other than that, let's see. I have ordered my posing suit, getting that ready for Junior Nationals, and then I've also picked a posing song, and I think I've got a really good collaboration between 2 songs. One of them is Limp Bizkit Faith, the first 20 seconds of that song. If you guys haven't heard that song, go listen to it. It's an awesome one. I'm sure everybody's heard it before. It's a classic. And then it's also going to be like paired up with a Wall Nation Sail, like a remix style of that song. So excited for that. Now that I have that song, I can start working on my posing routine, which isn't necessarily my favorite part of this sport, but you got to do it, and I'm going to do my damn best at it. So yeah, that's basically week 5 in a nutshell. I've got posing practice tomorrow, and I plan on doing like posing, or doing a video, like a recap of what I learned each posing session, just for like my own sake, and then anybody out there who is trying to learn it, maybe I can help you out. Not like I'm the best, but I can at least share with you what I'm learning, because my coach is actually really good at it. It's just I need to practice it a lot more. So that's on the plan for tomorrow, and then we start week 6. So looking pretty good. I think we're like, I don't know, I think 12 weeks out or something like that. It's mid-June is my show. So sitting in a pretty good spot and looking forward to another solid week. So, yep, thanks guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you later. It's weird, like I'll be talking good, and then my mind like kind of goes somewhere else, and I'm still talking, and I'm like, wait a minute, get back on track.